Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Beim letzten Mal, können wir mal gucken, sind wir auf unseren ersten Field Study Trip gekommen und haben hier Quests gemacht und abgegeben. Sind jetzt hier am Abend, es gab schon eine kleine Auseinandersetzung da vorne gerade auf dem Grand Market und wollen uns nun einer versteckten Sidequest widmen. Zwar, die Quest kommt von Beckys Vater. Alright troops, how's it going? Are you learning my duty here? For the most part, yes. It's serving as a reminder that we still have quite a ways to go. However, we have every intention of making the most out of this experience. That's what I like to hear. I'm actually to get started on our evening sale, so I'll give you a wee discount if... Wait a minute, I think I just had the belt of an idea. What might that be? Right, I know you'll all... Ist nicht das... Ist das... Apostroph und dann LL nicht die Abkürzung für... I know... You all... Yeah? You wäre... Also... Yeah, you... Also... Quasi richtig ohne Akzent. Wäre you will. I know you will all be tired? What? Nein, wir sind... Ach, ich verstehe nicht. I know you'll all be tired after your hard work today, but any of you fancy having a wee go at running the store for a bit? Are you sure? It's fine. If you could change your fate, this line of work's all about having the skills to negotiate well, so it'll be some good experience for you all. So how about it? It's certainly an interesting proposal. If you're willing to let us do it, then I don't see why not. Haha, good day here, let's get started right away then. I mentioned that I was about to get started on our evening sale, didn't I? It might be a wee bit tough, but I'd like you to handle it. It does sound kinda rough. The idea behind it's simple enough at least. You all need to give appropriate discounts to make a sale. The amount you discount varies, but sometimes you'll be talking up to half price. Half price? That's a lot. Is it even possible to make a profit by doing that? Haha, it doesn't always work out. I even went into the red for a few times thanks to that. But even then, I still think dang it's worthwhile. Worthwhile enough to even send yourself into the red. My personal philosophy is that the amount of sales you make is more important than how much you make. The more sales you make, the more happy customers we've got. And if you've got more and more customers walking away happy, then your store's gonna have a good reputation. So basically it all ends up benefiting you in the long run. I see where you're coming from. So there's nothing to say that I'm 100% correct. I meant to say how they all feel about handling the stores separately at different times. I'm okay with it, but any particular reason why? Well, there's no harm in competing with each other, is there? Think of each other as rivals and try as hard as you can to win. That does seem like an effective way to motivate oneself. I don't know about you guys, but sales aren't exactly my forte. Guess I'll take it as a learning experience. It does sound like it'll be fun, though. Can I ask if there's any specific guidelines when it comes to giving discounts, though? I assume how much of a discount you can offer differs based on the type of goods being sold. Spot on. I've split everything up into fresh goods and processed goods. Fresh goods speak for themselves, really. You'll want to get them sold as quickly as you can. That being said, you're free to make these up to half price if it came to it, just so you can get them all sold. Processed goods will not expire like fresh ones, so there's no point in discounting them too much. You can just sell them at full price, so 20% off is the max you should go. So fresh goods can be sold for as much as 50% off, while processed goods can only be sold up to 20% off. Got it. Here's hoping I remember that. Why, don't be shy to bump prices up a wee bit either. Deciding when's the best time today, that though is all up to you lot. One can assume doing so all depends on how well we negotiate with each customer then. Aye. Now that that's sorted, let's get started. It doesn't matter what order ye all go in, but how about you go first? Ich glaube, mein Mikro ist einfach falsch eingestellt. Nee, anscheinend doch nicht. That's fine with me. That settles it. Let's see what you're made of, Rean. I wish you luck. Thanks, here's hoping it goes well. Welcome, welcome. We're currently in the middle of our evening sale. He's more natural than I would have guessed. Aye, he'll bring customers away goods like that. Wow, I don't think I could put myself out there like that. I'm rather worried myself. Oh, his first customers arrived. Oh ho, are you working here part-time? I almost thought you were a pro with a voice like that. Oh, thank you. By the way, do you have any tomatoes? I need some for tonight's dinner, you see. We actually do have some. How many are you looking for? I think 5 should do for now. There seems to be a sale going on at the moment too. How much would that end up being? It's 10 mil per tomato, and I can give her up to half off because they're fresh goods. How much should I sell them for in total? Jetzt die richtige Antwort natürlich 35, weil 5 mal 10, würde alle nochmal 5, um 3 reduzierst, hast du 15 runter. 5 tomatoes would usually go for 50 mil, but I can offer you them for 35 mil instead. How does that sound? That sounds fine. I'll take them. Thank you for your purchase. Seems like he's made his first sale. Indeed. It appears to have gone rather smoothly too. Oh, here's another customer. A sale, is it? That sounds interesting. We're offering discounts on all our goods, so feel free to have a look. I assume it applies to this wine as well? Of course. Wine doesn't fall under fresh goods, so... 900. Out of 900 mil sound. You sure you can't do better than that? Include some cheese for 20% off. How about this? If you buy it now, I'll include this cheese for 20% off. Oh ho, that's an interesting offer. Cheese accompanies wine rather well, too, so allow me to take you up on that. Thank you for your purchase. That went pretty well. Another successful sale for him. Seems like he's gotten into the swing of things. I look forward to hearing how much he sold it for. Here's another customer. Oh, the evening sale finally started. What happened to Lemon? He's left me in charge for a bit. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Mom asked me to get some stuff for dinner. How much are you selling cabbages for? I need 3, but she told me to buy some extra if they're cheap. 20 mil per cabbage, and they fall under fresh goods, so... 6 Stück für 60. 3 would normally cost 60 mil, but does 6 for that same price sound good? So I get double the amount for free. I'm sure my mom will be happy to hear that. Can I have them then? Of course. Thank you for your purchase. And thus Rean's turn came to an end, and the others were given a chance to try their hand at merchantry. Right. You all had your turns and good job, troops. We owe your thanks for giving us an opportunity to experience this. I agree. I'm sure experience like this will come in handy down the line. Glad to hear it. A lot of you did well too, and considering it was your first time. It was pretty interesting seeing how your personalities affected your results too. Speaking of which, how did we all do in the end? Well, you had the least amount of sales out of everyone, Elliot. You did meant to make a fair amount though. But that also means you didn't really offer that much of a discount. You have to be more aggressive, really. Sorry about that. Backed up the law, you were a wee bit too generous with the discounts. Make lots of sales is good, but you still have to consider how much you're making from them too. Understood. My thanks for the advice. Next up is Rean. You ended up doing really well in both the numbers of sales and how much you made. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. With a bit more experience, you could become a fine merchant. You think so? I guess we've discovered another of Rean's hidden talents. Well done, Rean. Being told that by someone with experience here really impressive. And finally, Elisa. You wouldn't happen to have some prior experience, would you? Not really, no. It really is amazing, then. I have to be honest here, you almost managed to sell as much and make as much as I normally do. You've even got a unique style that brings the customers in, so there really isn't any advice for me to give you. That's quite the evaluation. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. So, Lisa has the skill to potentially become a successful merchant then. I have to admit that I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect her to have this skill either. Do any of your relatives happen to be involved with this aunt's work? Not that I know, no. Nein, auf jeden Fall nicht. Well, either way, today ended up being pretty interesting thanks to you lot. Here, take this, your wage for the day. You made some good money too, so here, a wee bonus. Thank you very much. Are you sure? I in danger. You all earned it. I'll catch you all later then. So, damit haben wir die Quest gemacht und... nein, Mann. Die verschiedenen Tastenbelegungen bei verschiedenen Spielen. Wie privat auf Final Fantasy 14 da Karten angucken auf Viereck.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience... I don't know. Things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Ja, komisch.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, You're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thors in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or, rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence.
Elisa gleich Crossbow, Fragezeichen.
I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything.
Natürlich nicht.
What about you, Rean? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation. And I'm not about to remind her.
Besser nicht.
Rean?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School, is it not?
Hier ist, glaube ich, das erste Mal, dass der Name gedroppt wird offiziell. Ne? Und ich kann mir vorstellen, dass wer vorher die ganzen Spiele gespielt hat, so, oh, geil.
Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Das ist die Aussage jetzt, wo ich die ganzen Spiele vorher alle gespielt habe, so war. Also man könnte es eigentlich auch so umschreiben, wenn du dem Weg von Kiseki, also von 12 folgst, wirst du immer auf irgendjemand von der Headley One Blade School treffen.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all.
Yeah.
It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Rean's not the only one bottling up his feelings though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Ja, okay, gut. Ich habe gerade nochmal geguckt, ob wir die Merchant Codes auch wirklich richtig haben. Yep.
Drinks are on me someday.
Oh, danke, Sarah. Danke. Yeah, you talk for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. A large, ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celtic Highway. We'd all be happier if someone took it out. Monsters swarm our location stone bridge leading to Heimway on the way. Celtic Highway. Highway, not Heimway. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my store. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramic stall and I'll tell you more. Huh. Even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He's a very considerate man. The last train headed your way, leaves here around 9 tonight. You get work done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Look like today's tasks are all optional. Hey, Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Rean, as I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I mean. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Kafai, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate of me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question, Rean. Do you like the path of a sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's a part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I want to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again, then? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can we all just forget about this and move on? Looks like we're gone right after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we've got trouble. Big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that, we have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. Two of the stalls over the market were destroyed and all the merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery. Oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Louise, let's get this place ready. You got it. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. If you don't have to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then.